Good morning. Thank you, Madam Mayor. You saved them from half of my speech. So I'll just give you a little history of how we got here today. Most of you know, on February 7th of this year, there was a letter to the editor to the New Britain City Journal written by Raymond Green, noting the disgraceful condition of the Campbell Square monument and its sign, which was rotting. Mr. Green pointed out, as the mayor did, that John Campbell was the first man from the Belvedere section of the city to die in World War II. He added in his letter that the wood sign was rotten, the monument was a ruined brick wall, and the flagpole was just a memory. After reading the letter, my wife and I were talking about it. As usually happens, she says, "You're an alderman, can't you do something about that?" I said, "Well, I'll look into it." That's a standard answer. So I checked with the Parks and Rec Department, and I learned that the monument had been destroyed in a fatal vehicle accident 2 years before, and that there was already wheels in motion. The monument was scheduled for restoration this year, using money from the accident insurance claim and from some bond funds. And I also learned that this large bronze plaque wasn't damaged, because it wasn't here. We thought it was missing, but it was down in storage in Willowbrook Park. It was so when the bids came in, there wasn't enough money to replace this walkway apron and the surrounding shrubbery, which was about 40 years old. And the contract didn't even mention the sign. So I started looking into the history of the monument, found out when it was done. It was done, the war ended in June of 1945. The end of September, the monument was up, and it was all done by voluntary contributions from residents of Belvedere. So I thought that was a nice idea. Maybe we could raise money from New Britain residents or people who are connected to this monument to finish the job. Somewhere along the way, I learned that the original monument was replaced in 1974, 40 years ago, with a brick structure that looks a lot like this one. In mid-March, the City Journal featured an article about the plan to restore the monument and the idea to seek donations for the unfunded items. The money started coming in,